We're going to continue looking at some injury prevention exercises that you can start implementing in your fitness routines. Now, last time we were looking at the hinge in the single leg squat, and we showed you how we can incorporate a balance pad in the mix to make things a little more challenging. Today what I want to do is introduce you to the rocker board if it's not something that you're familiar with. This is a piece of equipment, another piece of equipment that I was introduced to after my knee injury, and it's something that we've been incorporating in our fitness routines here at our dojo for the past decade. To be honest, we haven't been doing enough lately. These videos, this particular topic, which came up in a discussion I was having with another martial artist recently, got me thinking about all of this stuff, and I thought I'd share some of this with you and start pulling it back into our training routines a little bit more here at our school. So here's the rocker board. We're going to challenge Devin a little bit today. We might ask him to try a few things he's not too familiar with, perhaps hasn't tried before, but we'll start with the basics. So I'm going to place the rocker board down, and I'm going to have Devin step on. And so the first thing is side to side, because we can mix this up. It's actually pretty versatile. So side to side, we're going to have him do a squat. And he could have his arms out, or even better for this, have him put his arms on his hips so that he's not using his arms to stabilize. Remember, that's a big part of injury prevention. We want him to work stability and proprioception. We want to make sure those legs aren't going in as we squat. We're keeping the knee in line with the toes, and the knees don't go in front of the toes. And that's somewhat challenging, working that stability. Now, if you haven't used this piece of equipment first, I actually jumped ahead. The first thing that you should do is just get comfortable standing and stabilizing on the board, and even rocking back and forth a little so that you can see that you're developing that control. You're making the board move where you want it to go. Once you can do that, when you start squatting, go ahead, do a squat. Understand the board is going to rock back and forth a little bit. Your job is to try not to let it touch the ground. Try to keep it as motionless as possible, but there is going to be that little bit of back and forth motion, and you have to use your awareness to stabilize it as much as possible. So that's the first way we can use it. How about you step off? This one's going to be a little more challenging. I don't think we've really done this in class before, so we'll see how Devin does. We're now just going to turn it this way. And actually, some people, I have found some people do this and they find it easier than the one that we just did. Usually, I think people find this one more challenging. So hop on. Let's see how you do. Okay, and again, you can put your hands on your hips. And same rule, work the stability first. When you feel like you can stabilize, start trying to work in a squat. Okay, and you get the idea. You can hop off. I don't want to spend too much time demonstrating the exercises as much as showing you how this particular piece of equipment works and how you can put it to use for yourself. This one you might not have thought of on your own, which is to now turn the board on an angle. And so we can have it, we can turn it so that it's rocking this way. We could turn it at the other angle so it's rocking the other way. Let's have you step on now. This one's tricky. Again, work the stability, and go ahead, let's see a squat. Not bad. Watch that leg though, it looked like it was going in a little bit for a second there. Remember, proper alignment is critical to these exercises. You can learn to stabilize, you can have an awareness, but if you're putting your joints in a poor position, you're just going to be doing damage. Okay, hop off. Next thing is we're going to turn it back this way. Now this is going to be real challenging, and I don't think I've really had any student do this before. Maybe a few of my black belts have tried this. You can stand on the board on one leg and then start working on the exercises that we were doing in the previous video. So let's have you try a hinge. And yet again, first work that stability. You can see, careful. This one's real challenging to stand on one leg. So this would be the first step. And if you feel daring, you can try to do one hinge. See how it goes. I was kind of suspecting that if you start tilting forward a little on this, you might find it helps your stability a little bit more than standing up straight. See? Not bad, not bad. It's challenging though, right? Okay, you can hop off. And then the last thing I want to point out real quick, then we'll wrap up this quick tip for you guys. When people look at the rocker board, I think a lot of times they think lower body, standing on it, doing the squats, the exercises we just demonstrated. Don't forget that you can apply these same principles to your upper body. So why don't you now demonstrate a push-up on the rocker board. And a huge part of the benefit here is that when you're doing these exercises, you can't cheat. You can't let one side of your body dominate as much as if you were doing it on solid ground. If I'm doing a squat, it's easy for me to put more of my weight, to transition more of my weight onto my right leg or my left leg, my dominant side. Whereas when you're stabilizing, you're going to get a greater, well-balanced exercise. Okay, you can stand up. All right, well, thank you for helping out and demonstrating. I know I challenged you a little bit today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions. We'll see you soon. Take care.